Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today, it is all about how to grow and care for the Aeonium tabuliforme. Aeonium tabuliforme is a truly unique species and a testament to nature's symmetry. The flat-topped Aeonium, sometimes referred to as the Dinner Plate Aeonium, is one of the most striking-looking succulents. It is a unique Aeonium that stands out from the rest of the genus because of its strangely shaped rosette. It is an evergreen succulent with a flat rosette of broad, rounded, and soft leaves. The leaves measure 3 to 5 inches in length and have a waxy, smooth texture. They are often bordered with white, silvery gray, or brownish hairs that give them a slightly furry appearance. The leaves are arranged on top of each other, growing radially outward. As a result, they won't bend or curve inwards like most rosettes, but rather stay completely flat, resulting in the iconic dinner plant shape. Aeonium tabuliforme is a beginner-friendly succulent and an undemanding houseplant. Aeonium tabuliforme like full sun, but can tolerate partial shade. So set it out in the open if you have a bright, sunny spot on your patio that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day, and you have no worries about the plant's safety from the hot afternoon sun. In most scenarios, sunburn is not an issue. However, best practice dictates that we seek to prevent rather than treat. So avoid setting your plant's pot out in the open during the peak afternoon. The first and most important rule of watering is to avoid overwatering. Water your plant deeply but ensure that the excess water drains quickly and efficiently. Compared to other succulents adapted for living in hot deserts, Aeoniums have much shallower root systems. Even though they're drought tolerant and will survive on less water than many other plants, they still need regular watering. Water it when it feels dry to the touch. If it feels moist, wait until the next day before watering again. Aeonium tabuliforme requires temperatures between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It cannot tolerate a temperature of less than 45 degrees Fahrenheit for a long time, as such should be avoided. When temperatures dip below freezing outside, or even indoors if it's too cold in general, your plant may become damaged because its roots are too sensitive. So bring it inside a heated room during frosty weather until spring arrives again. These succulents need humidity of around 50% for best results. These plants prefer higher humidity levels than many other succulents, so check on them regularly throughout the year to ensure they're getting what they need. Note that Aeoniums are not heavy feeders. Fertilize Aeonium tabuliforme in spring and fall when new growth appears. Use a balanced fertilizer, one that contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in equal amounts. These fertilizers are labeled 10 to 10-10 in most cases, and all nurseries have them in stock. Aeonium tabuliforme can be propagated by stem cuttings, leaf cuttings, and seeds. To propagate using stem cuttings, remove stems from healthy plants in mid-spring. Leave at least 3 inches of stalk on each cutting. Cut off any damaged leaves. Store each cutting in a dry spot so they have plenty of time to heal up. Once that's done, place them into warm, moist soil and provide humidity. Roots will start to grow over the next few weeks. When using leaf cuttings, take a leaf cutting from a healthy specimen. Allow the cutting to callus over. Then plant it in a pot having balanced soil and good drainage. Place the pot somewhere in a warm spot and ensure plenty of humidity. Propagation using seeds is an excellent way, but takes a long time. The process is simple. First, bury the seeds 1 inch deep in a pot or tray filled with moist, well-draining growing medium. Cover them lightly with more soil if needed. Maintain warm temperatures and humid conditions. Wait for the seeds to germinate. Aeonium tabuliforme generally needs to be repotted every 2 to 3 years. These plants require a balanced soil mix that drains quickly and has plenty of inorganic matter. Choose a pot that is larger than the old container, The new container must have holes in its bottom for drainage. Since Aeoniums are succulents, they hate having their roots waterlogged. Therefore, your soil needs to be amended with inorganic materials like gravel, perlite, or pumice to improve drainage. Aeoniums love bright spots. They don't mind partial shade, but do best when given full sun exposure during the day. Remove the plant gently from its pot. Remove all old soil from around the root system. Add fresh potting medium to the new pot and fill it with about 1/3. Place your plant in the center of the pot and gently firm down around the base. After a week, the plant should have settled down its roots properly. It is now safe to water, and you can proceed with the regular care routine. Aeonium tabuliforme is considered to be non-toxic for pets. These succulents are susceptible to aphids, mealybugs, and scale insects. Aphids suck sap from your plant and secrete a sweet substance called honeydew, which attracts ants. Mealybugs are tiny white bugs that are covered in fluffy wax. They feed on the sap of plants and cause stunted growth and yellowing leaves. Scale insects are small, oval-shaped, and feed on the sap of plants. To get rid of these pests, regularly spray your plant with water. Prune out dead branches and stems. When it comes to pesticides, it's always best to stick with natural methods and products. Use soap spray to avoid damage to the plants. Spraying an insecticidal soap mixture directly onto the pest, if possible, is another option to control these pests. Take horticultural or neem oil and apply it directly to the affected areas of the plants. In most of the cases, this treatment is very helpful. Please note and avoid overwatering the plant, placing it under harsh sunlight, using poorly drained potting mediums, and fertilizing during the dormancy period.